Assalamu alaikum everyone. This is Fahim, and in today's video I'm going to show you how we can install Java on Ubuntu operating system. So here you can see I have fired up an Ubuntu operating system in my virtual machine, but don't worry, if it works here, it will work in your case as well. So before proceeding further, let me show you to check whether you have Java properly installed on your system or not. And for that reason, we can simply open our terminal. So I can simply open my terminal, and the default shortcut key, that would be Ctrl Alt and T. And if you can't manage to open that, you can simply search for terminal like this. So this is my terminal. And let's say I want to find out whether I have Java installed properly on my system or not. So for that reason, I can simply search for the Java version, right? So you can simply type with me. All right, maybe the terminal's font size is pretty small for you, so let me simply increase the font size. So this is completely optional. I am doing it to show you clearly. You don't need to modify anything here. So I can simply increase the font size. Let's say 22 may be fine. All right, now I think it's visible, right? So after opening terminal, you can simply search for your Java version by Java a single space dash dash version. You see, it's telling me that Java cannot found, but it's also suggesting me by using which command I can install Java on my this Ubuntu operating system. All right, so I can install JRE, but if you are a developer, then only installing JRE would not suffice your need. You need to install JDK, Java Development Kit, which comes up with almost every possible components that you might need as a developer. All right, so let me simply show you how you can install that. For now, I am simply clearing my terminal. All right, now before installing something, we have to make sure that our operating system is running on the latest update. So to update your Ubuntu, you can simply use sudo and space app and space and update and hit the enter key and give the password. You see, currently there are 5 packages for me to update. If it says that you don't have anything to update, then it's fine for you. But if it says that it needs to update something, so you can simply upgrade it using sudo apt and upgrade and simply enter. Do you want to continue? Yes, I want to continue. All right, it has installed everything necessary. For now, I can simply clear my this terminal. And now comes the part to install JDK. If you want to install the default JDK that is available for your Ubuntu operating system, then you can simply use sudo apt install default-jdk. Press enter. All right, it needs 275 megabyte of space. Yes, definitely I have that. So I can simply type Y and press the enter key. So we have successfully installed our JDK. Now it's time to check for the version. So for that reason, I can simply search for Java, a single space and dash dash version. You see that it's giving me the Open JDK 11.0.20. All right. Now, if you want to install DJRE, then you won't get all the development components. But if you think that you won't need to develop anything on Java, you just need to run some Java software or component, then you can try installing JRE. To install the default JRE, the command would be kind of similar like earlier, but instead of default JDK, it would be default JRE. That's it. But I don't recommend doing that if you want to install the latest JDK. For example, that JDK we have just installed, it gave us the version 11.0 from the OpenJDK. But if I want to show you about the latest OpenJDK version, then you see the latest OpenJDK version is 17 and we have installed 11. So the default version gives us pretty older version that is stable. Don't get me wrong, that is stable, but that is also very old. So maybe you don't want that old version. So in that case, you have to download and install the latest version. All right. So I prefer the official Java from Oracle. So for now, let me show you how you can install the Java from Oracle. And then I would show you how you can install the latest JDK from OpenJDK as well. All right. So for now, I have simply closed my terminal because I don't necessarily need it right now. I need to search for the latest OpenJDK, or you can say the latest Java from Oracle. So I can simply open my browser and I can simply go to Oracle. So that would be Oracle, and go to the first website of Oracle, which is oracle.com. Let me simply maximize the window for you. And from here, click on products and you will see Java here under the hardware and software section. Simply click on Java and then click on download Java. You see, they have JDK 20, JDK 17, Graal VM for JDK, blah, blah, blah. I don't necessarily need to worry about that right now. But for now, as I'm recording this on August 15, 2023, JDK 17 is the latest LTS version of Java. LTS means long-term support. You would get support until 2024 if you use this JDK 17 version. But most importantly, JDK 21, which is going to be the latest LTS version of Java, is going to release pretty soon, if I am not mistaken, in the next month. So when that happens, you can simply download and install the latest JDK. The process would be exactly the same as I'm going to show you right now, but only the version would be changed. That's all. All right. You need to simply specify, or you can say you need to simply notice that you are downloading and installing the latest version. Latest LTS would be preferable because that would be the more stable version. All right. So for now, I can show you the latest LTS version right now, which is JDK 17, but I can also show you how to install JDK 20. So both of the processes would be exactly the same. So I think I can show you the JDK 20 latest version, which is not LTS by the way, but if you can understand the procedure, you can apply the same thing in the other version as well. So for now, I'm going to install JDK 20. So here I need to specify the operating system like Linux, macOS, and Windows. As I am going to download and install it for the Linux operating system, so I need to specify Linux. And from here, I need to specify the product or file description. As Ubuntu is a Debian package, so I need to download the Debian package from here. And keep in mind that these all are 64-bit, so make sure that you are using a 64-bit operating system and you have a 64-bit processor as well. So I can simply click here and it would start the download. Based on your internet speed, it might take from fewer to longer time, so you need to simply wait for a little bit. After finishing downloading the Debian package file, simply locate the file. So here's the Debian file. Now there are a lot of steps to install these type of files. For example, you can simply double click, and not to double click, you can simply right click here, open with other application, click software install and click select. It will open the software installation tab for you. Or else you can install a gdebi package that will help you installing this type of Debian packages. Or you can use your terminal and you can use various types of commands to install Debian packages via terminal. The most easiest one that I like to use is the simplest one, and that is sudo apt install package name. All right, so I can simply open my terminal here by right clicking here and open in terminal. But for some reason, if it doesn't appear open in terminal here, you can simply open a terminal and go to this directory by using cd. Cd stands for change directory. Now I need this directory, so I can simply use the shortcut Ctrl and L. It gives me the exact path. I can simply copy it and paste it right here. Simply pressing enter gives me to this directory. I can check out whether I have these files or not. Yes, I have this file. So as I want to install it, I can simply use sudo apt install and the file name jdk. All right, as this is a long file name, so it would take longer time to type all of those, so I can simply shorten the file name. I can simply rename it, and let's say I'm gonna name it jdk20. That's it. Let me check whether it appears here or not. Definitely jdk20.deb. So the structure of installing any Debian package using sudo apt install is something like that. I have to use sudo space apt space install, and now I need to provide the file path first. So I can grab the file path real quick by using Ctrl and L, copy, paste, and now I need to provide the file name. So this would be jdk20.deb. Alright, as I have only single file, I can simply use tab. It would complete it automatically for me. Now if I simply press the enter key, it might ask for your password. If it does, simply provide your password and use enter key. Do you want to continue? Yes, obviously I want to continue, so I can simply use Y and I can install that. But before that, I would recommend uninstalling the previous older version. Yes, definitely you can have multiple versions, but as I normally program using the latest LTS version, definitely this is not a LTS version, but as I am showing you so that you can figure it out easily. So I normally don't want the older version for me, so I can simply remove that. So before installing it, I can simply cancel it using no. All right, and sudo apt remove default jdk. So it would remove the earlier older version, and I can do the same thing for the default JRE, which was the older version as well. Cool, I can simply clear the terminal, and now I can simply install the latest JDK. All right, it's finished. Now let me simply clear up this terminal. Now if I want to check my Java version, so I can simply use Java single space and dash version. But unfortunately you see that it's still showing me that it's running on the previous Java, that was OpenJDK 11.0.20. and if I simply close this terminal and reopen it again and check again, you will get the same thing, because as I have installed the JDK21, now I need to make that the default JDK. So how I can do that? I need to create a symbolic link for the executable file. So I have to apply some command. Make sure you do that too. Don't worry, I will make sure to provide this code, or you can say commands, in the description, so you can simply copy from there. So the first one is this. So you see, I am simply updating the alternatives from the user library folder JVM JDK20 binary Java 1, and by the time when you are following this video, if you are using any latest version, that might be JDK21, 22 or anything else, you simply need to update the version as well. For now, this is JDK20, so I am keeping it as it is. But let's say you want to use this command in JDK21, so you can simply replace 20 with 21 like this. I'm using 20, so that's fine for me, and press enter, password. All right, and now for the second command. The same thing goes here as well. If you are using JDK21 or anything else, you need to simply update this version. All right, that's it. And another one, the same thing goes here as well. If you are using 21 or 22, make sure to update that here as well. And if you want to make the symbolic links for the other executable file, you can do that like this as well. All right, now I need to run the config. So the first one is this. Now I'm gonna run 3 command including this, but these 3 command would be same for you as well, whether you are using JDK20, 21, 23, 24 or anything else. All right, so sudo update alternative config Java, please enter to keep the current choice. All right, let me simply maximize this window so I can look clearly. the current one is Java 11, but I don't want that. I want JDK 20 to be default, and that is selection 2. So I have to use 2. Alright, it updates it. And now for the second command, I need to change the default config of Java compiler. And this is in Java 11, but I want it to make it the default choice for the JDK 20. And this is selection 2. So I can simply use 2, enter. And for the last command, the configuration for the jar. Definitely I want JDK 20 to be default, so I can simply choose selection 2. Now I can simply clear this terminal for now. Now I can simply check for my Java version like this. You see that it's running on the latest JDK that I have just installed and configured right now. All right. And I can also check the Java compiler version. That is also the latest. Now I can set the Java home. There are two ways you can do that temporarily. So if you use the temporary method, when you close the terminal, it will definitely vanishes. But as I want to make that permanent, I need to make some permanent changes. All right. So I can edit the config file using sudo gedit etc profile.d-jdk.sh. So this is the notepad. Now I need to apply some command here. Don't worry about the command because I'm gonna provide the code in the description box. So I can simply paste them here. Now you see, if you are using another version of JDK, make sure to change the version. For example, if you are installing JDK 23 when it comes, so you have to change these from JDK 20 to 23, 23, 23, 23, and 23. Now I need to save it, save, and close. That's it. I can simply clear this window. Now I need to do the same thing for the C shell, so I can use gedit again, and now I need to apply the command here as well. But don't worry, as I am telling you earlier, you will get all of the code in the description box anyway. So as earlier, if you are using another version of JDK, make sure to update the JDK versions as well. All right, now I can simply save it and I can clear the terminal again. Now I need to change the permission using command, so I can use this. That's it. And from now, if you reboot your PC, you won't face any difficulties like it was a temporary configuration, so you need to apply the configuration again or something like that. You won't face any type of problem like that as well. So for safety, let me simply show you how it works. So I can simply reboot this virtual machine and create a Java file and try to compile and run that, so I can show you that it's working correctly. So I have just rebooted this virtual machine, as you have already seen, because I would make sure not to clip those out that I am rebooting this machine. So now let's say I can simply create a folder here, let's say test, and I can simply write a simple Java hello world program. For now, let's say I'm opening terminal and I'm using nano. So nano, let's say main.java. So public class would be public class main. And now I need to provide my main method, that would be public static void main string array. And now let's say I want to print hello world, so system.out.println hello world from Ubuntu. Now I can simply save it, Control O, file name to write main.java, and Control X. If I want to read the data from main.java, I can use cat main.java. Yes, that's it. So if I want to compile it using terminal, I can simply use javac and the file name main.java. So it compiles successfully and it also generates the class file. So for running it, I can simply use Java and main. You see that it's running perfectly. So that's how you can install Java and the latest version of JDK on your Ubuntu operating system, and you can configure it so that it works top notch out of the box. Not out of the box, but it works great for you. All right, so that's it. Thank you.